the team that did Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, and afterwards we were really itching to kind of take that open battlefield gameplay and bring it into a new environment. And we always dreamed about taking that gameplay and putting it in a fantasy environment. And Lord of the Rings was like a dream come true, and we had the opportunity to meld the gameplay and the lessons we learned from Star Wars Battlefront into the Lord of the Rings universe. So we've got 4 classes in Lord of the Rings Conquest. We've got the Warrior, who's our melee combat specialist. We've got the Archer, who's our range specialist. The Scout is our stealth specialist for your rogue thief fans. And the Mage, who's our magic specialist, as well as our support class and our healer. And each one plays differently, gives you a totally different experience, and works really well in both co-op and versus to kind of have rock, paper, scissors mechanic against each other. We knew from the get-go we needed a robust melee combat system, but we also wanted to keep that shooter experience. So we kept the Archer component, and for the fans of a shooter, you can run around and play the whole game as an Archer. But if you really kind of want to engage in the melee component, we have a robust melee combat system in the game as well. Throughout the campaign, you're going to get introduced to a bunch of different tools, so we're making sure not to give you everything at the beginning, but more of the customization and upgrades in the game take place with how you choose to play the game. So when we unlock the ability to play as a troll, you get access to trolls, you get access to horses, you get access to different weapons that come online, siege equipment, depending on the battlefield. And then each character class has their own kind of individual upgrading. For example, the Warrior starts out and he has his basic melee attacks, but as you start taking out more and more enemies, you start building up energy, and you can use that energy to pull off more and more spectacular moves and devastating moves. There's a bunch of different modes you can play the game. For someone that just wants to hop in and start playing, they can play in instant action mode. Much like Battlefront, you've got your different gameplay modes from Capture the Flag, Conquest, Deathmatch, and a bunch of fun new cool ones. But for the campaign, we have 2 full campaigns, Good Campaign and Evil Campaign, and those are a series of objective-based missions. The Good Campaign has all the battles from all the films, but the player gets to choose how they want to accomplish the objectives and how they want to use the tools on the battlefield to accomplish what they need to. You get to play as all the heroes in this game, both good and bad, because you get to play this game from the good side and the bad side. So we've got Aragorn, Legolas, Gimli, Gandalf, Frodo, Faramir, and a ton of others on the good side. And then for the first time ever, you get to play all the bad guys. You get to play as the Ring Wraiths, you get to play as the Witch King, Saruman, the Balrog, you get to play as trolls, ride wargs, and you even get to play as Sauron himself. Lord of the Rings Conquest is coming out on the Xbox 360, the PS3, the PC, and the DS, and it's coming out this fall, 2008.